this week with all of the activities. Do you remember those days of homecoming week?
I certainly do. They were some wild and crazy adventures going on during the week of homecoming with all the dress-up days and the pep rallies and everything that was going on. And as a football coach, it was a challenge just to keep your kids focused on football. They'd come out to practice in the afternoon, and some of them be dressed up in the 50 uniforms, and some of them dressed up like girls. I mean, it was just it's just a crazy week of homecoming. But that happens everywhere. I mean, all schools take activities and enjoy them that week. It's an exciting week for the school.
So each side has taken their bleachers, and we are waiting to see the kicking team of Fairmont. They are out on the field getting ready to line up as the band will be leaving here soon. West will be receiving the first half kick, and they have not yet to get their players out on the field. So as I was telling you earlier, we've got quite a few, several early college students in with us here tonight. We've got Natalie Razzo, Jakeithia King, Tamara McKinnis, Ayla Louviere, Crystal Sorio, Allegra Diaz, and I'm sure there's some out of sight, and that right now is out of mind. The college is in full representation tonight. Eric and Anthony are here. Sam and Angela are with us. And inside the booth, I've got Mr. Wayne Williamson with me, and Kelly's running around all over the place trying to get everything situated. And we are just about to see kickoff here as Fairmont has just put the ball on the tee, and number 82, Anthony Watson, will be kicking off. So West Columbus set up deep back in their own end zone. Anthony Davis, Fred Evans, and we've got one more on the far. I think that's Chris Thompson on the far side.
Here we go.
Kick's going to go shallow, land on the 20, and going to go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So West Columbus will start on their own 35-yard line here with their first offensive series of the night. Coach, you've seen in your scores, Fairmont's going to have a powerful offense. Wonder what kind of defense we'll be looking at.
Well, looking at the stats that I have in front of me, Fairmont has been tremendous on offense. The least that they've scored offensive has been 40, but they've also had given up 56. So it's kind of 50-50 with them right now. And West Columbus has been pretty balanced as far as have not been shut out, except have not been shut out all year. So their scores have been a touchdown or two from winning a game or two during the year.
All right. On the first kickoff, there was an illegal procedure penalty. So Fairmont's going to be moved back to the 35-yard line, and they're going to kick again. So did not see that flag come out. And they're still going to keep Anthony Davis, Fred Evans, and the last one is, yes, that is Chris Thompson. So we will see if they kick it to the same. As Anthony Watson gets ready, puts that one down the middle. That'll be caught by Fred Evans on the 15, and he's going to take it up the middle. He's all the way back up to the 30, and he'll be taken down there after about a 16-yard run back.
A loss of 5 yards on the penalty.
Yeah. Now, in that illegal procedure, you don't have the option to take the ball. You have to have a re-kick, don't you?
Yeah, you have to re-kick it, but I was just saying, but the ball, you position it on the field, West Columbus lost 5 yards on the penalty. So
yeah, you don't want to lose any yards in these games, but they'll start at their own 30. We'll see Degner Axelberg take over at quarterback, and
West Columbus is coming out in a power I strong to the left.
And
another flag.
So we will wait to see what this one brings about. They're going to talk about it. And
offsides.
So now they're back up to where they were.
Yep.
Where they were going to start at. So 1st and 5 on their own 35. And here they come. They're going to stay in that same power I.
Same formation, split left.
Axelberg set, and that one's going to be handed off to Bromell. And Bromell breaks up the middle all the way to the 47 6-yard line for 11-yard gain. And that'll move the chains on first down.
That was a good run by Bromell to start the game. He had some great runs last week against South Columbus in their loss. He was a pretty powerful runner at times.
He is. So we will see Axelberg come back in from the sideline into the huddle. It'll be 1st and 10. West Columbus has the ball on their own 46-yard line. Game is just getting started. 11 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first quarter. The score is 0-0.
Same formation as prior. Power eye left, split left. Giving it to the fullback straight up the middle. I think that's Bowie.
That was Bowie. And that'll be good for 5 on first down. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 49-yard line of Fairmont. So not bad when you can pick up chunks of 5 or more per rush. So we'll see 2nd down and 5 here. The ball's on the 49 of Fairmont.
Fairmont's lining up in the 52 defense tonight. I've seen them play early in the year, and this is pretty much their base defense that they run throughout the year.
So Axelberg's up under center, still in that power eye. Snap, that one's going to Bromell, and Bromell still on his feet.
It's close for a first down again.
It's to the 40, 44 right now. And they're gonna move them. So 10 minutes and 33 seconds here. West Columbus has moved the ball with 3 straight rushes and looking good on the offensive end. So Axelberg's in as they huddle up to get the play, and here they come to the line. Let's see what Coach Little goes with as they're still in the power eye. Axelberg snaps, pitches back to Bromell. Bromell gets the corner turned and will be brought down on the 42 or 41-yard line. So that one will be good for 3.
It's another hard run. West Columbus is doing a good job of going left and going right and mixing up their offensive plays.
We got a flag on that one. Looks like holding on West Columbus. If that's the case, that one's going to be going back 10. And that one will be.
Air conditioning. Need to turn that air conditioning back on if it ain't too loud.
All right, so.
Well, that didn't help. And we're looking at 1st and 20 because of the penalty.
So it's back on the West Columbus side on their 49, and they're in a 1st and long here with just under 10 minutes left here in the first quarter. West Columbus has the ball for the first time tonight. Axelberg gets him set, pitches to Bromell. Bromell still on his feet as he crosses midfield and takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line of Fairmont, and that one will be good for 7. So got a third of it back.
That was a tall sweep to the left and pretty good pickup for 7 yards after the penalty. It's 2nd and 10 now.
All right, so we have Axelberg coming back in with the play. West Columbus still huddled up. Just about 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. Score is 0-0 as West Columbus has the ball for their first drive. They have it on their own 40 or on the Fairmont 44. Axelberg under center. And he's going to give that one to, I think that was 42, Josh Tart.
Kind of hard to read those blue numbers on them blue jerseys tonight.
Yeah, we struggle with that week in, week out.
Yep, that was Josh Tart. He's running from the halfback position. You got Tart at the halfback and Bowie at the fullback and Bromell at the tailback. So pretty much what they've been going with the last 2 or 3 games. I noticed a couple of weeks ago Josh Tart was hurt and missed a few games, but I see he's back running hard tonight.
So they got a third and 10 here from the Fairmont 43. Pitch out to Chris Thompson. Thompson tries to get the corner cut, but he's not going to get around the corner. And there'll be no gain on that one.
Tall sweep to the right. Fairmont execution caught up with him on the sidelines. Done a good job of turning it back in.
So we got a 4th and 10. West Columbus has the ball on the Fairmont 43-yard line, and a big decision here with 8 minutes and 5 seconds in the first quarter. Score is 0-0 on the first offensive series of the night. So, Coach, what do you think they'll do?
Coach probably have a little play action pass here. He's got to do something for 8 yards, and last week Axelberg was fairly decent in his passing game against South Columbus. I thought he threw a couple interceptions, but I thought he threw some great balls too to pick up some first downs when they needed them last week. So he does pretty good out of play action. We had to see if he runs a play action type pass here and maybe tries to get a back out the backfield into flats or something here tonight.
So here we go. Ball's on the Fairmont 38. Axelberg still up under center, still in the power eye. Looks, sets, and that's going to Tart. Up the middle, and Tart's only going to pick up about 2 on the play.
I would think West Columbus would go for this. They're on the 36-yard line?
Right.
On Fairmont's 36,
Yep, Fairmont.
4th and about 3.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call.
Yeah, I think kind of slow getting the play in, but quarterback's coming back. I think they're going to go for it on 4th and 3 here.
Clock is running at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. West has the ball on the Fairmont 36, and we will wait to see what happens. And we've got flags flying. Maybe let's see what we got.
Fairmont's clapping. It must be against West Columbus. That makes it even tougher now. Illegal procedure.
That's tough. You're going from 4th and 3 to 4th and 8.
Yeah, that might make a decision in your call here.
Yeah, that moves it back to the 41 of Fairmont. Yeah, that's a.
West Columbus is staying in there. Let's see if they come out in a punt formation.
Here they break.
Degner's coming back in. They're going to go for it on 4th and 8.
4th and 8, Axelberg up under center. Here we go, snap, and he's going to drop back to pass. And that will be intended for Fred Evans, but it will be dropped. And that'll change possession on downs as Fairmont will take over on their own 41 with 6 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
That ball was thrown well short of the first down. He'd had a tough time getting the first down. It was about a 2-yard route out, and Fairmont was on him pretty quickly, so even if he'd have caught it, he'd have had a tough time getting the first down out of that one.
Yeah, they had at least one defender on him and one right behind, and you're right, that would have been a tough 4 or 5 yards to pick up from there. So West Columbus will take over on defense, Fairmont will take over on offense. And here we see a little trickery as number 1's going to air it out deep. Number 11 is wide open, and he drops the ball on the 15-yard line.
A double reverse, toss back to the quarterback, and the quarterback throws it.
The quarterback, Jared Neal, will be the quarterback for Fairmont, number 1. And number 11, Deshaun Fields, was completely open.
He was probably 15 yards deeper than anybody West Columbus had, and just hit him in the wrong place, I get. Hit him in the hands again. That's what we used to say. If you don't catch it, it must have hit you in the hands.
So here we go. Number 3 has that one, and he will take it up the middle, and he'll be brought down on the 47-yard line. So that one will be good for 4. And number 3 is Quentin Walker for Fairmont. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Gerard Neal's at quarterback, and I seen Fairmont play Saturday night when they had that game because officials didn't show up at Fairmont on Friday. And I'm telling you, this kid can throw the ball 50, 60 yards in the air pretty accurate.
Well, that one was right on the numbers. There, Quentin Walker, number 3, takes it up to the 42-yard line of West Columbus for a first down. But, that pass was right on his It was right on his hands. It just, I don't know if that's one of those ones you see the end zone before you catch it, but it just didn't. And there's going to be a long, drawn out, just over the head of number 2, Shaim Hines. So
Fairmont's coming out in the spread formation. They got twin receivers on the left and twin receivers on the right with a one-back set, and he's had a couple of receivers open. Just unfortunately, they didn't catch it. They're a wide-open attack. They love to throw the football. I
think we may see some big pass plays before this night might be over.
They in a trip formation to the right. Got trips right this time.
He's going to drop back and pass. Rolls to his left, gets away from one. Just over the head of number 10, Shamar Barfield.
West Columbus was coming a little bit of heat then. Made him reverse his field and go back to the left side and had to throw it on the run. And so West Columbus was putting some heat on him from the defensive line side.
So Fairmont's got the ball. It's on the 43-yard line of West Columbus.
3rd and 10.
It's going to be a little pass over to number 3, and he's still going all the way up to
about the
25-yard line.
That'll be a first down. That was a screen left. Number 3 come out of the backfield, went to the left side in the flats, and he hit him with a screen pass. And I tell you, as many vertical routes that Fairmont runs, that's going to be a good play for him. It has been.
There's going to be a handoff back to number 3, Walker, and that one's going to be good for about 2. So that'll bring up 2nd and 8. There's 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We have a scoreless game, 0-0. Fairmont has the ball for the first time tonight in West Columbus territory. So Neal's going to stay in that option. He's going to drop back. He's going to go deep there for number 11, and it will be broken up
nice
by
play.
Number 22, Brad Wilder. So good defense there by West Columbus right there at the end zone to knock that one away and keep them out. So we'll have 3rd and about 8 from here.
Brad made up some ground, and he was beat initially, and the ball hung in the air so long it gave him a chance to get there to knock it down, but that was a great play by him.
There's some speed on these Fairmont receivers. Neal's stay there in the option, and West Columbus is moving. Where they drawn off sides, we'll see here as the officials come out. Wait on a call here. And that will be offsides on West Columbus, so that'll move it 5 yards closer.
3rd and 2.
And that ball's all the way down to the 15-yard line of West Columbus. With just about 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, we are scoreless. Neal gets the call, and he's going to come back to that option formation there with Walker to his right. Takes the snap, hand off to Walker. Walker up the middle, and the ball's loose. And West touched it, but I don't know if they ended up with it.
I think Fairmont
did.
One of the wide receivers coming back across the field was lucky enough to be in position to fall on the fumble.
Okay. All right, so that'll give a 2nd down here. And there's
back to throw again.
Almost.
The ball was tipped by a defender, and West Columbus had a chance there with Jonathan McFadden to intercept, and he dropped it.
I think Bowie got his hand on it, and then McFadden almost grabbed it from there. So that's going to bring up, should be 3rd down here, and 10. Neal has the play as him and
Fairmont comes
Walker
out and trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Quarterback keeper.
Up the middle he goes. And that'll be in for 6. So that one will be good for 10 there as Jared Neal calls his own, takes it up 10 yards for the first score of the night. 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Fairmont gets on the board first, 6-0. And they're looking over the sideline to see if it'll be a 2-point or an extra point. So
I tell you, that quarterback, he's as good a runner as he is a thrower. He ran a fake play to number 3 there, and he kept it himself straight up the middle of the field and was almost untouched going in.
So they're gonna go back for 2. Neal drops back into the end zone, caught, but is it? No, it is not in bounds. The 2-point conversion will be no good as number 81, Ethan Baldwin cannot stay in bounds. We got a 1-score update here. South Columbus is up over Red Springs by a score of 8-0, and that one is at Vinegar Hill at Civitan Stadium.
4 minutes and 33 seconds. Fairmont 6, West Columbus 0. Both teams have had good offensive drives. Both of them kept it about 4 minutes apiece, and some penalties held West Columbus up on their first drive and kind of got them in poor field position, and Fairmont took the opening drive and drove it straight down the field, and they're up 6-0 now.
So number 82, Anthony Watson, getting ready to kick off from his own 40. Fred Evans will be the deep man back, and he will have 3 in front of him. So we will see if Fairmont chooses to kick it deep or if they will drop one here in one of the middle sections. We've seen a lot of that this year. Seen a lot of almost like onside kicks where they land 10, 15 yards deep, and seems to be catching a lot of the special teams off guard.
Yeah, you know, if that ball travels 10 yards, it's anybody's ball. So a lot of teams try to pooch kick it and see if they can get on it before to gain possession of it off the kick.
All right, so Watson's ready. Here they go. The kick is up, down the middle, and that'll be caught by Evans on the 15, and he's going to go up the middle all the way up to the 35-yard line. So roughly a 20-yard run back, and West will start on their own 35 with 1st and 10 and 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. They trail Fairmont 6-0.
Let's see if West Columbus can maintain some of the clock again and get a good sustained drive going here.
Yeah, they had a really good run game. You're right. The penalties got them in a couple of instances, but you know, a lot of their runs was averaging 5 yards a carry, and you can't complain on that on the run game.
Still coming out in the same formation, same 3 backs. Uh-oh. We got a wide receiver wanting to go faster than the count.
And it's going to move that one back 5. And they're going to go from their own 34 to their own 29-yard line and have 1st and 15 here on their second possession of the game. Yeah, a little bit of anxiousness, a little bit of nerves still there. And it'll move them back 5 yards on the play. So Axelberg just comes in from the sideline with the play as his men are still huddled there. And now they break. He'll go up under center. And they will stay in that power I offense. Takes the snap, pitches it back to Bromell. Bromell cuts back, and nothing there.
Play was mighty slow developing for some reason. I don't know if somebody in the backfield or some of the lead blockers didn't get out in front quick enough, but it was kind of slow developing, and Fairmont caught up on it because the play was so much too slow developing for them to get a chance to run it.
So it did make it back up to the 28-yard line, so that it was good for 3, good for 4. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 11 with 3 minutes and 46 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. That one's going handoff, and that looked like Bromell, and he
picks about 5 up.
So they're slowly getting them back.
It's going to be third and 11. Coming off the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 11 here. So here's West Columbus in one of them 3rd down situations again. You
know, 3rd and longs, that's a tough down to be in.
Yeah.
The clock's rolling here as we're approaching 3 minutes left. If you're just joining us, West Columbus trails 6-0 over Fairmont, but they have the ball on their own 34-yard line in a 3rd and 3rd and long. So Axelberg up under center. And that one's he's going to roll back and pass. Pressure's on, but he gets it out to Bromell. Bromell gets around 1 and gets all the way up to the 40-yard, close to the 40, but that's going to put him about 2 or 3 yards short of a first down. And they're going to spot that one on the 39-yard line.
That was a screen pass to the tailback out in the flats, and he had one receiver, one defender over there to beat. If he could have got by him, he'd had a chance of getting the first down, but he got brought down short of the first down. It's 4th, and West Columbus is in punt formation.
Yeah, that's just a dangerous place to be. 4th and 5 on that end of the field's probably, that's a little risky to not put out your punt team. So the punt snaps low, but the punt is up, and that's going to be fielded back, and it will not be. West Columbus will down it on the 30-yard line of Fairmont, and Fairmont will take over there for their second possession of the night. So once again, penalties are a factor in this second drive, and West has to end up punting. And the teams will switch, and we will see Fairmont's offense back, West defense come, and the ball's on the 29-yard line of Fairmont.
2:02 left in the first quarter here. West Columbus trailing 6-0, and Fairmont's ready to play. Here we go.
So that's going to be handed off to Neal or Walker, and Walker's going to go right side to the 40 and run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of roughly 16 yards, and that'll move the chain on first down.
Anthony Davis had a good tackle knocking him out of bounds on about the 45. That was a toss sweep to the right, and looked like he was going to have some daylight there for a while.
I thought so.
And then Anthony Davis came and clipped his legs from the sidelines. And
yeah, it did look like he was going to get that corner turned. And all right, so that's going to be handed off to number 24. And 24, I don't have a name on him, but he's going to take it for 2 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8. All right, so Fairmont comes out 2 run plays right off the bat.
They're coming out in the pistol look with the 2 halfbacks and the tailback behind the quarterback and the quarterback in shotgun. They call that the pistol look, and they've started running all kind of misdirection crossing plays, and it's been pretty successful.
We got a flag there as number 81, Ethan Baldwin, gets it up to midfield, but as he was out at the out of bounds, saw the flag fly, and we'll wait to see this call. As right now it would be 2nd and 5 without the penalty. And maybe that wasn't. It sure looked like a flag. Maybe I'm seeing things tonight.
Yeah, it was. They're marking off personal foul against West Columbus. Must have been a late hit out of bounds over there.
I couldn't tell. There was a big crowd. I didn't know if he got a face, some type, but it looked, from where you could see, it looked like a purse or a late hit.
Yeah.
And that takes the ball all the way to the 35-yard line of West Columbus. And South Columbus update for you. They are up 16-0 over Red Springs, and they are home tonight in their second conference game of the season. And we've got movement on the line. And
Fairmont's come back out in their spread. They got out of the pistol look, and they're back in twins to the left and twins to the right. So I tell you, West Columbus has had a bushel of penalties already in the first quarter here.
And we've got an update from Whiteville. Whiteville is up over St. Paul's by a score of 7-6. Yeah, West has got to find a way to control. They've just lost. They've given Fairmont 20 yards just on this drive. And that's going to be thrown. That one's going to number 11 and through the hands of number 11. Good defense there by Anthony Davis to break that one up. Deshaun Fields had the jump, but right through his hands it went. I didn't see the ball hike, but them receivers on that far side were gone before I saw the quarterback even move.
It looked like they were gone early.
But maybe that was just me.
Oh, the quarterback, Neal, puts it right on target, don't he?
He does, too. And I think that was a procedure play there.
Yep, they marked it off 5 yards back against Fairmont. So
West gets that 5 back that they lost for offsides, and that'll bring up first down and 10. 1 minute and 17 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. Fairmont has the ball on the West 34-yard line, and they lead West by a score of 6-0.
Back in the spread formation, looking to throw.
Scrambles to his right. And that one is caught at the 5 by number 2, Shaheem Hines, and he will be brought down on the 1-yard line. 33-yard pass play from number 1, Jared Neal, to number 2, Shaheem Hines.
Fairmont has some good-looking tall receivers.
They sure do.
They don't have the size and the weight on them, but most of them look like they're about 6'2" or 6'3", and they're going against defensive backs from West Columbus that's about 5'11" or 6 foot. So,
well, I know walking down the side, I'm only 5'10", but them guys all had me by 4 to 5 inches as I walk down the fence. So here we go. Ball's on the 1. Neal looks, hands it off to Shaheem Hines again, and he will be in for the score. 1-yard touchdown run at 50.7 seconds in the first quarter remaining. Fairmont jumps up 12-0. And it looks like they may go for 2 here. I have to wait and see for sure. Didn't see much practice kicking from them before game warm-up, so not sure how their kicking team is, but
lined up in the shotgun.
Neal hands off to number 24. 24 is hit, but not taken down. And did he make it in?
Yes,
he did. So don't have a name on him, but number 24 has got the 2 point
there.
And it is now 14-0 here at Viking Stadium. 45.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Fairmont 14, West Columbus 0.
West Columbus has got to maintain not having so many penalties on offensively and defensively today. Like you said earlier, they probably gave Fairmont 20 yards or more on that drive on their own mistakes for making penalties. So,
yeah, them 15-yarders hurt, and none of them are good for you. But that just when you lose a chunk of 15 to an offense that's fairly explosive, that one gets kind of rough. So we will see West Columbus have the ball for the 3rd time this period or quarter, and not much time before it'll be into the second. So number 82 for Fairmont, Anthony Watson, is ready, and here he goes, and that'll be another line drive kick down the middle, and I think I heard a whistle as the ball bounced into Anthony Davis's hands.
I think it was offsides on Fairmont again. Flag was threw back on the 40 on Fairmont, and
so we will see how they move the ball here. They're still, yep, you are correct. Offsides there on Fairmont, and it is 14-0 here. If you have just joined us, this is 89.9 FM WZCO Chadbourne Radio. And if you're watching us online, it's www.wzco.org. Thank you for joining us. And there's the kick from the 35, and that'll just be one to the middle. Dies there on the 33, but Anthony Davis picks it up, and he's got some room to the 40. He's still on his feet, 50. There he goes to the 45, 40. I heard a whistle.
Stepped out of bounds on the 48.
No. He was working his way in and out of traffic and picked up 16, 17 yards there on that run back to give West Columbus good field position for their 3rd drive of the game. And they're all the way into Fairmont territory on the 48. Dirty.
Let's see if West Columbus can come out without some penalties on this drive and a little discipline work on their side on behalf of the team.
Yep, gonna have to get that part under control.
Show some discipline, offensively and defensively, for penalties.
37.4 seconds left here in this first quarter. West Columbus has the ball, and this is their 3rd offensive series of the evening. They're going to come back in a 2-back set there, and that's Bromell. And Bromell still going all the way to the 41-yard line before he'll be brought down. So that's good for 7 on first down, and we got 2nd and 3.
Run off right tackle. Play went off right tackle for 7 yards. Bromell runs the ball hard. He's hard to bring down, and a few times he's touched it tonight, he's had some good yardage. I think West Columbus is going to let the quarter run out. There's 10 seconds left, so we're going to. Be through with the first quarter here with West Columbus trailing 14-0 against Fairmont here at West Columbus High School.
So you're coaching on the sideline for West. What's the one thing they've got to do differently in the second quarter to keep this game in play?
Well, they got to maintain some sustained drives and keep the ball away from Fairmont. This is every minute that they can run off the clock and keep Neil and his company off the field from throwing it all over the place, and would be an advantage for West Columbus. So if I was Coach Little, I'd be talking about ball control and first downs and being able to utilize the clock a little bit more than they did, and minus those penalties they've been having. That's been a big factor in the first half both ways for West Columbus not getting the first down because of penalties, and then West Columbus giving up 15 yards on the drive. So West Columbus has got some work to do, but
yeah, so we just got another score. This one's a little farther from home. Union 13, Trask 7. So a lot of games going on throughout the night here and Friday night throughout these counties and the states, and it's Friday night in the fall, and that means football across the country. So here we go. West Columbus in a 2nd down and 3 on the 41-yard line of Fairmont. And here goes the start of the second quarter as Axelberg under center takes, and that one's going to Bowie. And Bowie's going to get all the way down to the 33-yard line and move the chains.
Maybe a first down, West Columbus.
So they've had a really good success tonight running the ball. You're talking about Neil. Watching North Brunswick play, I was really impressed with the air out of that quarterback. But Jared Neal falls right in the same category with his arm. Oh, my.
He's tremendous. He's a great high school quarterback. He throws it so smooth. And West Columbus has come out in just a single eye with twins right this time.
And that was going to Bromell, and Bromell heads off the right and gets to maybe the 30.
Yep.
So we'll give him 3 on the run, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 as they've got the ball. Well, 2nd and 8. That one's on the 31-yard line of Fairmont. Just got started here in the second quarter. If you're joining us, this is 89.9 FM, WZCO. And we are here at Cerro Gordo at Viking Stadium watching West Columbus play host to Fairmont Tornadoes.
Degner's back in the I formation. Back to pass.
And he'll pass to Evans. And Evans gets past a couple all the way to the 26-yard line. So that ball went behind the line of scrimmage. Evans worked his way back up and comes up with pretty good gain on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and 5, maybe. So.
He gets it to the 30, not the 31, but the 26-yard line. Clock is running as we get close to 10.5 minutes here in the second quarter. West Columbus on their 3rd drive of the night. I think this is the farthest down into Fairmont territory they've been tonight. We'll wait to see what Coach Little draws up here.
Twins left, I formation, pitching it to Bromell around the left side.
Hit hard in the backfield, but gets loose and still on his feet. Appreciate it. So let's see on that one.
I can't tell where they're going to spot the ball here.
If it's where that official's standing, they may have to measure. No, still going to be 2 yards short.
4th and 2. Coach Little's got enough tough decision coming up here to deepen Fairmont's territory and 4th down again. But needs to get a first down here to keep the clock running and maintain possession of it.
It's about a yard and a half, looks like, to get to the first down marker. So we will see here as Axelberg's going to take a timeout. They're going to talk this one over. This is big. You're down 14. You're deep into Fairmont territory. You need to keep this drive alive. You really need to come away with 7.
Yeah, West Columbus has had a pretty good drive this time. You notice they ain't had no penalties, and they've picked up a couple of key first downs, and this is going to be a big call here for West Columbus to pick up this first down to keep the clock moving, and as I spoke earlier, keep possession of the football. A lot of times if you can keep possession of the football and keep Fairmont's offense off the field, that's a plus for you in a game.
Yep, and that's, and looking at what you've seen, almost all of West Columbus's runs have netted some yards. Mm-hmm. So this is very manageable from what we've seen so far. So here we go. Timeout is over.
9:45 in the second quarter. Fairmont 14, West Columbus 0. Let's see what Coach Little's drawn up on the sidelines here.
Axelberg makes his way to center.
I didn't see him drawing in the dirt, so that's a good factor over there.
Here we go. There it is. Handed off to Bromell. Bromell jumps through the line, and pretty sure that's good for a first down.
It looks good.
So they will move the chains as that one makes it to the 21-yard line. And we've got another score update. South Columbus 16, Red Springs 6. So Red Springs gets on the scoreboard. West Columbus picks up a first down, moves the chains, and they will have first and 10 from the Fairmont 21 with 9 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They're trailing 14-0.
Having trouble with the clock operator again tonight. He's been winding the clock there for about 15 seconds. And all right, here we go. First and 10 on the 21. West Columbus needs to have a good running play here. Let's see. Bromell again. Dragging people to about 15, maybe 16.
So that's at least 5, if not 6. And they're going to give him 5 on there. So 2nd and 5. Got to love that first down and 5-yard run to make it 2nd and 5. That's something you can work with. And Degner's not really had to pass much tonight. I mean, they've had success moving the ball with the run game.
Yep.
So here we go. 2nd and 5. Ball's on the 16. Let's see what.
West Columbus comes out in twins right and I formation. Bromell still at the tailback, Bowie at the fullback.
Set, and that one's going to Bromell. Bromell's
toss to the right. Oh.
And he is not going to get around the corner. And he's going to lose 5 on the play. Well, no, they're going to – forward progress will get him up to a 3-yard loss.
Somebody didn't pick up the outside linebacker that was blitzing across and threw Bromell for about a 3-yard loss there in the backfield. So like West Columbus has had a little bit more success when they run straight at them instead of trying to go to the corners on the side. So Bromell's been more effective off tackle than he has been trying to get around the corners. Fairmont's got a lot of team speed there. And,
he does.
Let's see if they go back to the middle on him in here.
3rd and 8. Ball, but Degner quickly picks it up, rolls to his right, under pressure, hit from behind, sacked, and I believe the ball came out. Let's see how they rule,
Fairmont
and it did.
Got it.
That will be recovered by number 22, Derek Baker. He comes up with the ball. Axelberg was hit from the front and behind right about the same time.
Yeah, he was right at his point of release, and he didn't see the I forgot the number to come across, 71 or something. He didn't see him coming from behind and kind of caught him by surprise and caused him to put it on the dirt. That's a tough break for West Columbus there. And
good offensive drive and comes to an end there. But, you're seeing a move, and now the defense comes. They're going to have to step up and see if they can take it back. 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Neal takes the snap, pitches it out to number 3. Walker, and a big hit there by 89. Tommy Bryan applied that hit.
Yep.
So before that play can really get too far, West Columbus comes in about a 5-yard gain, 4-yard gain, and that'll bring up, we'll call this one 2nd and 6. Fairmont has the ball on their own 30.
Tommy Bryan's playing the defensive end in a 4-3 look tonight. West Columbus has kind of changed their defense a little bit to cover the passing yardage, and they're in a 4-3 look. That was a good play by him coming off of the left end.
Neal takes the snap, drops back. He's looking over to number 10, and through the hands of Shamar Barfield.
Threw a little bit behind him. Number 10 was open, and Neal threw it about a step or two behind him. He had to reach to the back to grab it, but that's one of the first times I've seen Neal not be directly on target tonight.
You're right.
When he was throwing.
Yeah, these other passes that have been dropped have gone through the hands of the receiver, but Shamar had to reach back for that one. It was just a little too far. 3rd and 6. Neal drops back to pass. He's looking for Shamar again. Nope, that one's in a number 7, Fred Evans has dropped a monster hit on number 81, Ethan Baldwin. Oh, my goodness. That would have been good for 18, but now that was a hit.
He came up from his free safety position, and just as 81 caught it, it was a bam-bam hit at the same time, and he laid a hit on number 81 there. 81's still down on the ground, so.
I believe they took the air out of him on that one. That was one of them ones that will just knock your breath completely out. That's one of the biggest hits I've seen in a while.
Yep.
So we'll take a little break here from the action. Fairmont coaches are working there, checking on the receiver.
Yeah, he's getting up, so it must have been just the air knocked out of him.
It's always a good sign to see when they get up and walk off on their own, but what a hit that was laid by Fred Evans. So that's going to bring up 4th and 6. Fairmont has the ball.
He's got to come out for a play, so he's jogging to the sidelines, and it's going to be 4th down for Fairmont here. It's going to be probably a punting situation for Fairmont. It's 4th and about 7.
Well, I see Neal walking toward the sideline, and as any quarterback does, Neal's got that look on there, let's go for it, coach, but I don't think that's happening right now.
Nah, Neal's coming out and the punting team's going in.
So, number 55, Damian Ransom. See if he'll be doing that. He's the one dropped back the farthest. Fred Evans is going to set up on his own 45. They're going to drop a little farther back. Goes back to about his own 42-yard line. He's going to keep going back. And he's also got help from Anthony Davis, so they're going to keep 2 back deep. It will be 55, Damian. And he gets a good big high punt. Evans backtracks all the way to the 25-yard line, goes right, gets it to the 30, cuts back to the 40, cuts back to the 50, tries to reverse it back up to the 45, and is brought down there by number 24, who we don't know who he is, but great run back there by Fred Evans. That one there was good for at least 30.
When he tried to reverse it, he had one defender left to beat for. He had a breakaway touchdown when he reversed it back across the left side of the field, but that one defender brought him down. And still good field position for West Columbus again on the 42-yard line of Fairmont. So
great defensive stand. That was Fairmont's 3rd possession, and West is able to hold them to a punt. And now West will take over on the Fairmont 42-yard line on a big run back there by Fred Evans, good for close to 33 yards. Couldn't get a quite spot of where he took off from because that ball went well back farther than he thought it was going to. So Axel Bergen, the quarterback, hands off to Bromell, and Bromell will be met. And he comes out of it. Oh, they're going to blow it. They're going to blow that one dead.
Man. I reckon they had stopped his forward progress the reason they caught it back, but he came out of the huddle or the tackling and was headed to the left side of the field and had daylight on the far side, but the official blew it down as far as marking his forward progress. They were backing him up. There were several Fairmont defenders. So
that'll be a 1-yard loss on the play. 5 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. West Columbus has the ball on the Fairmont 43. They've got a 2nd and 11, and they trail Fairmont by a score of 14-0.
That was Bromell's first time of running the football for a loss.
Yes, it was. And they were ready for that one. So here's Axelberg. He's going to drop back and pass over the middle, through the hands of Daniels, picked off by number 30, Raekwon Moore. Moore's on the sideline, and he'll step out of bounds at the West Columbus 42. Just a little bit over the head of number
89, Tommy Bryant.
Yeah. And it was
Brian had the inside position running a cross pattern across the middle of the field, but there again, the ball was thrown just a little bit off target, and was it number 30 that intercepted it from Fairmont?
number 30, Raekwon Moore.
Raekwon Moore.
Will get that interception.
Got a pretty good return back down to the West Columbus 42. So we went from the 42 to the 42. We just reversed ends of the field.
So
Fairmont back on offense.
Neal drops back, going to throw it
Wide
long.
open.
Number 10 at the 10, touchdown.
Oh, man.
Shamar Barfield wide open on his own, on the West 10, catches it and walks in 10 more yards. So that one will be good for a 40-yard pass play. And it is now 20-0 here at Viking Stadium as the Vikings trail the Tornadoes.
West Columbus had a breakdown in the secondary there because he was wide open running straight down the field. I don't know if Fred Evans thought he was supposed to cover the middle what, but he ran right by Fred.
2-point conversion up the middle by number 3, Quentin Walker. And it is now 22-0 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. West Columbus is down to the visiting Tornadoes. A couple of score updates for you. South Columbus has a 24-6 lead over Red Springs, and Whiteville has a 20-7 lead over St. Paul's.
That's surprising there. I've seen St. Paul's Saturday night beat this team from Fairmont 42-36. So, of course, Whiteville's come on strong now. They play a real good defensive game. They're really strong on defense, and evidently they got to be to keep St. Paul's just to 6 points, and they probably get close to halftime over there too.
I think Whiteville, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think their only loss comes to North Brunswick in the first game of the season.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so we're getting ready to see Fairmont kickoff. That will be handled by number 82, Anthony Watson. Back deep to receive this time will be number 11, Anthony Davis. And he will be set up on his own 17-yard line waiting the kickoff.
Pretty good home crowd over there for West Columbus tonight on homecoming night. I understand they might have some couple of class reunions set up for tonight. So, good-looking crowd sitting over in the bleachers for West Columbus High School.
So Watson's ready. Here they come. The kick is up, down the middle. Davis will get back to about the 14, and he will work the left-hand side as he comes up. And he's going to make it all the way up
to about the 42 again.
So another good run back. Special teams run backs of 25, 30 yards a pop. And that's a good way to get started and get good field position to get your offense going. So 5 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the second quarter. West Columbus has the ball, but they are trailing the Tornadoes of Fairmont by a score of 22-0 here in the second quarter.
All right, let's see if West Columbus can put something together here and try to get on the scoreboard here before halftime. Keep it interesting here for the second half.
Axelberg just got back. Dismisses the huddle, and let's see what they have.
And our twins right in the I formation.
The handoff that one's going to Bowie, and Bowie is all the way up to the Fairmont 45-yard line.
That was a good run. First down, first play from line of scrimmage, a first down.
Yeah.
Picked up 11 yards.
Yep, that's a good one to move the chains, and here they go. So 1st and 10 here, just about 5 minutes left. West Columbus has had definite success with the run game tonight. Not seen a lot of passing. Penalties have been a little bit of a factor, but
coming out in I formation again with Bowie and Bromell.
Waits the snap, and that one will go to Bromell, and he'll go to the 43-yard line, and that'll be
3 maybe. 2nd and 7. Maybe 6, close.
Clock still running as we approach just a little under 4.5 minutes.
West Columbus has got a player down.
So their trainers will come out to take care of that situation here as the teams will get a little bit of a breather.
I can't get a number on him. He's laying down. I
couldn't tell who that one was. Been a fast-paced game tonight.
He's one of the bigger kids. That might be Caleb Banks. I don't know. He looks.
I saw a 7, but I don't know which. That's all. I never could make out the second number, so it may be 73.
Banks is not hard to pick off that offensive line. He's probably the largest lineman that West Thomas has, and when they come out of the huddle, you can pick him out coming out of the huddle. He's this is his. I believe he's a junior, and this is his 3rd year of starting varsity football. He played as a freshman at offensive tackle, so this is his 3rd year starting as an offensive tackle for West Thomas High School. So they're still looking at him on the field. I can't tell. He's still down. Trainer Brian McClenny's out with him, and a couple of coaches is out. And let's hope he can get up and get off the field by himself also.
With 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Wallace Rose Hill has a 21-0 lead over West Bladen. So that one's taking place up the road.
You know, while we got a break, it's kind of hard in football in this area to think about East Bladen and West Bladen are having to travel north to play Union and Wallace and Trask, and when we've been so used to all these years of the Bladen County schools being in the conference with us, and now you hear about them playing Wallace Rose Hill or Trask or Union, and those are teams that people in this area don't know a whole lot about except Wallace. And of course Wallace is known for their tradition in football, for the state championships they've won, but a lot of the other places, James Keenan's pretty well known up that way for football, but it's kind of unusual to hear the names of Union and Trask playing in the Bladen County League.
Yeah, it's been a few years since Trask has played in these areas. I know it wasn't too long ago. I think they were part of the East Columbus League, and then they kind of revamped. But number 73, Kylie Banks, is off the field and walked off on his own power, so that's always a good sign to see. And this game will get ready to resume here with 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
You sit around and you pick up rivalries for 4 years, and then the State Athletic Association comes in and changes the conferences. And
yes, they do.
You really have to play some of those teams non-conference to keep the rivalry and the gates going for you.
Right.
I mean, and gate receipts are important in football game. I'm telling you, it's much needed money to keep the programs running. Football is an expensive game when you start buying helmets and shoulder pads. And here's the first play.
Pitch out to Bromell, and Bromell gets almost to the 40, up to about the 41-yard line. So maybe one on the play.
That's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up.
So we'll see here what Coach Little has in store for 3rd and 5 on the 41-yard line of Fairmont. West is driving, and we will.
Fairmont's got some nice-looking kids down, 77, 72. Big-size kids in there. Mac Mackey and Austin Flick. Good-sized defensive linemen, a lot of weight on them. Can probably fill up a hole pretty quick with that weight.
So here's Axelberg. He drops back. He's going to pass. And number 8 for Fairmont, Antonio Breeden, he will break it up. The pass was intended for number 15, Marquise York. And that's going to bring up 4th and 5 here. 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Tanner's coming on the field. West Thomas is going to punt. So
I think that's probably your best option here. Pin Fairmont back as deep as you possibly can and see if you can hold them defensively. So Daniels will be punting from his own 46-yard line as the clock continues to run with 2.5 minutes here in the second quarter. We've got number 42, Zach Cottle, and number 2, Shaheem Hines, drop back deep. Snaps up. Daniel gets the kick. It's a high one. And it's fumbled, and it's picked back up by Fairmont, but nowhere to go except out of bounds, and he will be pushed out at the 10-yard line. So number 20 or 42, Zach Caudell, could not hold on to it. But number 2, Shaheem Hines, was right there to pick it up and step out of bounds and keep Fairmont. That would have been a big momentum booster there for West Columbus.
That would have been a big break for West Columbus to take it over on the 10-yard line with the fumble, but Fairmont was fortunate enough to have the 2 deep back. One of them fumbled it and the other one recovered it. So let's see if Fairmont runs a 2-minute offense here. They're in a trips to the right, totally spread formation. So Neal's back to throw.
He's going to air it out.
Deep. Overthrows number 10 there, Barfield.
And that was just about 2 to 3 steps out in front of Barfield there on that play. So just a little bit ahead. So far we've not seen Neal off too much. That one's just a little farther. One a little behind, one out a little too far. But most of them are right on the money. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 10-yard line of Fairmont. They're deep into West. They're deep in their own territory with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the second quarter. We're also going to see another big pass. And Hines has that one just short of the first down. Should be good for roughly 7. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 here with 1:49 seconds remaining.
Neal was looking deep again.
He
was.
was.
He got to the underneath. Davis did a good job of staying with Barfield on that one.
Yeah, he was eyeing Barfield down. Yeah. That was going to be handed off to number 24. 24 tries to turn it, but he really doesn't get anywhere. And I believe we're going to be, I know we will be, we'll be looking at a 4th and 3 here.
Good defensive stand there from West Columbus to, let's see if Fairmont's going to punt here with 1 and 15 seconds left to play.
That would be gutsy to not punt the ball from down there with that. I mean, I know that's not a lot of time, but you have one miscue down there, and West Columbus is almost in their end zone.
Yep.
So we will wait and see.
Fairmont's called timeout to discuss it. It's going to be interesting to see where the coach goes for it on 4th and 3 with 1 minute and 14 left in the half. West Columbus is down 22-0.
They are here comes West back on the field as Fairmont still in huddled up. Now here comes Neal off the field, so I'm assuming we will see number 55, Damian Ransom.
Yeah, they decided to punt it here, I think.
Come out, and Neal never likes to step off the field on 4th down. But that's just a dangerous place there to try something. If you don't get it, you're in deep trouble. So 1:14 seconds. Fairmont will be punting to West Columbus. Fred Evans is set up on the Fairmont. He's going to set up right about around the 50. And he will, and we will.
Fairmont called timeout again.
All right, so we will take another quick break here.
Neal standing on the sidelines as the quarterback, so unless they're designing a fake punt situation or something here to go for it, their quarterback's not in their lineup at the time.
I didn't think you could call back-to-back timeouts.
Yeah.
So they're going to talk something else over real quick, and here they come back out on the field. I don't know if they saw something that they didn't like or wasn't ready for, but number 55, Damian Ransom, still back to punt on his own 5.
Fairmont's in a mighty widespread punt formation. Here's the kick.
He gets it off. It'll bounce at the 43-yard line and pretty well die right there. So West Columbus is going to get it on the Fairmont 43. 1 minute and 7 seconds left here before halftime. They trail 22-0. At the half, St. Paul's 20, Whiteville 14. So a little bit of a change in
that's a little bit
that game.
Score in that one. St.
Right.
Paul's is pretty physical. They pretty much hit Fairmont pretty hard last Saturday night, so they're a real physical ball team.
Don't know their record offhand. I think may just be, if they do have a loss, I think it's only one.
Trey Sasser's their head coach over at St. Paul's. He used to coach here at West Columbus High School as an assistant years ago. West Columbus comes out in I formation. Back to pass.
Over the middle. And that is caught by Fred Evans, even though he was hit before the ball got to him. He'll bring that one down on the 29-yard line, and that'll be good for a first down. So that one, about a 14-yard pass play there.
Clock's running. West Columbus needs to pick up the pace a little bit.
Down to a minute. Really need to get some points on the board before this one comes to an end, because Fairmont will get the third quarter kickoff. Axelberg's ready. Takes the snap. Low snap, but he gets it. He's got pressure from number 71, and 71, Liam Bellamy, will bring him down.
Well, that hurt. Just come up with a big fourth down play, gain fourth down, and then lose 10 on the next play from the quarterback getting sacked. And crucial time with time running with 41 seconds left in the half.
Number 33, Cedric Baldwin, was behind. It was almost like he pushed 71 into Axelberg, but they were able to catch up with him and bring him down on the 38-yard line of Fairmont. So
West Columbus uses a timeout. 41.2 seconds. Down 22-0.
And this one's close to being halfway over as West Columbus tries to put a couple plays together here and get 6 out of the end zone and try for 1 or 2 more before halftime rolls around. And we will see what Coach Little has dialed up here as Axelberg gets ready to go up under center with 41.2 seconds remaining. Bowie and Bromell in the backfield. Axelberg gets set, whistle blows. Looks like offsides.
Looks like offsides on Fairmont.
That'll help. In the second quarter, South Columbus 32, Red Springs 12. So that one's moving along over there at Civitan Stadium. So that makes it a little bit better here. Axelberg's going to drop back pass. He's got pressure, and he will be brought down by number 55, Damian Ransom.
I tell you, Fairmont's just bull rushing. They know they're going to throw it, so Fairmont's just coming across the line with a strong bull rush, and everybody's just laying their ears back, and Degner's not having time to even get set up to throw it.
Yeah, he's not even finished his 5-step drop before he's got 2 people coming, one from each side, and he's having to just continue to go. Ball on the Fairmont 43-yard line.
The last play. Heat's on him again. Screen pass, good call.
Bromell bounces off a 1 and takes it all the way to the 30-yard line, but well short.
It's going to take us into halftime.
And this one's halfway in the books. Second quarter's just expired. Here at Viking Stadium, the score is Fairmont Tornadoes 22, West Columbus 0. So we have seen 24 minutes of play, and here in a few minutes we're going to take you to the halftime show and turn on the mic that we've got hanging down. Well, we will attempt to. Let me rephrase that. We're hoping this works. We're not 100% sure this is going to work, but we're going to try this.
If it don't work, I'll sing for you during halftime.
All right. Well, we've got a promise from Coach Williamson. He's going to sing for us during halftime.
If we can't hear the mics, I'll sing some old songs, old beach tune or something here for us for halftime. And
so we're, one way or the other, we're fixing to have some entertainment.
we're getting ready to see the crowning of the 2013 homecoming queen first before the band comes out, I think. I see the
we're going to be moving your camera out.
The girls are lined up over with the escorts, I think. I see them. And
yeah, we're getting, hopefully, if you are watching us on WZCO.org, hopefully you're picking up some of where we're getting ready to get some of the camera work set up to show you the homecoming queen and homecoming king crowning.
I was glad to see one of my old coaching buddies here tonight from Fairmont, Richard Bass. Richard Bass is here tonight to support the Fairmont Goldie Tornadoes. He is a longtime life coach at the Tornadoes, and he used to do a tremendous job over at Fairmont when he was there. Me and him had a conversation before the game started, and it was really great getting to see Richard. I hadn't seen him in a few years, and of course both of us are retired, so we don't get to see each other as often as we used to. But Richard did a tremendous job of coaching at Fairmont High School when he was the coach over there.
As we get ready for this, Coach, I believe he's going to tell us about a golf tournament coming up.
Yeah, West Columbus Athletic Department is hosting a golf tournament at Land O'Lakes October the 19th, and it's a foursome, and we'd like to invite all your listeners out there and your friends and your golfers to come out and help support the West Columbus Athletic Department in their golf tournament at Land O'Lakes on October the 19th. Hope to see all of you out there, and hope all of you play well.
If I showed up, there wouldn't be no hope in that one.
Well, when I play, I get to see the whole golf course. I don't miss any sights of the golf course. I'm in the woods and swimming in the water. So.
Yeah, I believe the last time I played golf, I spent more time. I think I spent more time in the woods than I spent anywhere else. I don't think I spent that much time hunting.
Here comes your first homecoming court coming out. We don't have a list of names of. For the radio who they are, but they're being escorted out. They're announcing them as they come out, so we're going to be shortly crowning a homecoming queen here for a very pretty young lady here at West Columbus High School.
We're going to attempt to flip this over to our outside mic and see if this doesn't work, then we'll come back, but we're going to try this as they're announcing as they come out. So if it goes dead, we're really here. We're going to try this out and monitor it and go from there. So we will be back shortly.
Degner is the son of Sherman and Jeff Axelberg. He is escorted by Mary Allen Waddell. Degner enjoys playing football, baseball, and bowling. He also likes weightlifting, being outdoors, and listening to music. He plans to attend Campbell University and major in criminal justice. Contestant number 3 is Cody Bullard. Cody is the son of Amanda and Archie Bullard. He is escorted by Amani Cook. Cody enjoys playing baseball, being active in the FFA as an officer, and in contests. He also enjoys hunting, sports, and spending time with his friends. He plans to attend Campbell University and major in pharmacy. Contestant number 4 is Will Edmond. Will is the son of Terry and Bill Edmond. He is escorted by Logan Elkins. He enjoys playing football, tennis, and being active in the FFA. He also enjoys farming, hunting, sports, and listening to music. He plans to attend North Carolina State University, East Carolina University, and Campbell University, and major in dentistry. Contestant number 5 is Tanner Daniels. Tanner is the son of Gwen and Terry Daniels. He is escorted by Tashira Young. He enjoys playing football, baseball, and hunting. He plans to attend University of North Carolina at Fairmont and major in sports medicine. Contestant number 6 is Josh Tarr. Josh is the son of Terry Tarr. He is escorted by Lakin Pritchard. He enjoys playing football and spending time with his girlfriend and friends. He plans to attend Duke University or University of Miami and major in engineering or criminal justice. Contestant number 7 is Marquise York. Marquise is the son of Teresa York and Anthony Free. He is escorted by Kylie Jenkins. He enjoys playing football and basketball. He also likes to sing and dance. He plans to attend North Carolina A&T University. Contestant number 8 is Ryan Howie. Ryan is the son of Valerie Freeman. He is escorted by Emilia Dibble. He enjoys playing football and being active in band. He plans to attend North Carolina Central and become an athletic trainer. And now we have our queen contestants. Contestant number 1 is Michelle Sabille Wallace. Michelle is the daughter of Sharon and John Wallace. She is escorted by Kobe Williamson. Michelle is active in the SGA as president, Beta Club, varsity cheerleader, and team captain. She enjoys singing, dancing, reading, and physical. She plans to attend University of Maryland and major in pharmacy with a minor in nursing. Contestant number 2 is Tiana Rashay Edge. Tiana is the daughter of Janice and Antoine Edge. She is escorted by Trey Benton. Tiana is active as a varsity cheerleader, color guard member, volleyball, and softball player. She enjoys dancing, singing, texting, and hanging with her friends. She plans to attend North Carolina Central University and major in dentistry. Contestant number 3 is Caitlin Danielle Green. She is the daughter of Kathy and David Green. She is escorted by Josh Mills. Caitlin is active as a varsity cheerleader, marshal, and softball player. She enjoys cheerleading, shopping, and spending time with family and friends. She plans to attend Southeastern Community College and get a degree in nursing. Contestant number 4 is Aisha Therese McClellan. Aisha is the daughter of Teresa and Warren McClellan. She is escorted by Nathan Mullins. She is active as a varsity cheerleader and enjoys reading. She plans to attend Duke University and major in biology. Contestant number 5 is Anna Margaret Green. She is the daughter of Laura and Jeff Green. She is escorted by Ethan and Jenkins. Is active as a varsity cheerleader, band member, yearbook, and soccer player. She enjoys reading, being in pageants where she is Miss WCHS. She plans to attend Campbell University and major in pharmacy. Please welcome our principal of West Columbus High School, Mr. Jeffrey Green, and Miss Homecoming 2012-2013, Hunter Kelly. And now, the 2013-2014 Homecoming King for West Columbus High School is Tanner Daniels. The first runner-up for Miss Homecoming is
I don't see the band get.
Well, hopefully you were able to hear that as they did the homecoming court. We had Tanner Daniels was homecoming king, and I missed the name. They started cheering before they called it of the homecoming queen. So hopefully you were able to hear that through the outside mic. We're going to work on getting an outside mic on our camera, and that way maybe cut out some of the extra noise. But got some scores here some are at halftime, but right now at halftime, South Robinson has a 14-6 lead over East Columbus. South Columbus has a 32-12 lead over Red Springs. They're in the second quarter. St. Paul's has a 20-14 lead over Whiteville at halftime. Wallace Rose Hill is a 21-0 over West Bladen, but that goes back to the first quarter, so I'm sure that one's different now. That's where we are. That's where we are on the sport end of it. Those are the scores that we have. And don't know where we had a Union score, but I'm not. And that's only been one update. I think that was Union. It was Union and Trask. Might have been something 13-6, but we have not had an update on that one. So that's where we are here locally in the score updates. This one, if you've just tuned in, has 16 minutes and 19 seconds left of halftime. It's homecoming, so we've gone through part of that and may see the band here in a little bit. But this one is Fairmont 22, West Columbus 0, and it's been really good offensively. There's been a lot of movement on both sides of the ball, and defensively some good plays in that. West Columbus has struggled a little bit with penalties, but Coach, what do you think so far in the first half?
Well, we were just speaking earlier when we were off how West Columbus has kind of shot themselves in the foot with so many penalties in the first quarter, and they've had some good drives, good ground on the ground. They haven't done much in the air, and of course, anytime with the Neal at quarterbacking for Fairmont, they're apt to go 60 yards in one play anytime that they can touch it, and he's been off target a little bit tonight with some of his deep routes, but Fairmont has managed to score 22 points here, and some of it's come off of West Columbus's mistakes, some of it's come off the talent from the Fairmont football team. But I'm really surprised here at halftime that after the homecoming court went off, that we didn't see I have not seen the marching band come out and perform at halftime. That's a little unusual here. I hope I don't have to sing to take out the other 14 minutes here of what we're discussing, but just a little reminder too. I like to tell you that again, West Columbus during halftime. I want to remind you that West Columbus Athletic Department is having a golf tournament, and it will be played at Land O'Lakes on October the 19th, and would certainly invite you to get you a foursome and go out and support West Columbus Athletics during this time. It's a great fundraiser, and it's a great time, and I'm sure there'll be a meal served and some gifts and giveaway for most people, and but we'd like to invite you to get your clubs and come out and play on the 19th. And so we're sitting here with 14 minutes to go, and good crowd. West Columbus has got a good homecoming crowd here tonight, and they packed up around the concession stand and got a great crowd over in the home stands. And Fairmont has a good crowd. Fairmont brought a good crowd with them to West Columbus tonight, and really glad to see that. I tell you, on Friday night, you need to catch football fever on Friday night and go out and support your local high school teams wherever they're playing, whether they play home or the road. It's a great event to watch these young men play and look to see who you think is going to play in the future. There's probably some college stars here in front of us tonight that we might not know anything about, but it's a great atmosphere for the family to come out on Friday night and support Friday night football.
Yeah, I used to work with a guy, and that's what they would try to find the game of the week on Friday night, and they lived down toward Scotland County, Robinson County on that end, and I know they were always waiting every year for that think it was Scotland versus Richmond. I believe that was one of the games they were always waiting on, and that was always a big one of the big games of the year. But yeah, we've seen this is our 7th game, and it's pretty amazing to see the amount of people Fairmont has brought with them. That these bleachers and the fences, they're crowded on this side. So, and Fairmont's not far, but it's not that close either.
That brings up a situation last weekend. Fairmont and St. Paul's was supposed to play on Friday night, and through some miscommunication somewhere, the officials didn't show up for the game, so they scheduled to play Saturday night. And I went over to watch the Saturday night football game, and I was really surprised at the people that came out at Fairmont last Saturday night to watch the Saturday night football game. And by them playing on Saturday night, they received guests. There was people from Whiteville and South Columbus and all over Robinson County there. And, just thinking to pick a game of the week and play it on an off night, either on a Thursday night or a Friday night, where everybody in the county and the surrounding counties would have an opportunity to go and see somebody besides their home team play. Turned out to be real successful for Fairmont last week with the crowd that they had, and it was a good football game between St. Paul's and Fairmont. And unfortunately, Fairmont lost the first game of the season to St. Paul's, but the crowd was just tremendous for a Saturday night football game. I was really impressed, and just got me thinking, well, why not pick one game in the county and play it on an off night so football fans can get out and participate and see somebody else play besides their home team? Because most fans like to support their home team on Friday night, but I seen, like I said, I seen people from 3 counties over there last Saturday night over there supporting it, and it was turned out to be a good gate for Fairmont.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I mean, to look at, once the season started, you kind of know who is having a better season, and when those teams face up, get them on a different night, and see what kind of crowd you can draw. So maybe you got any connections somewhere up in that athletic association, you can make that one happen.
I'm too old and too long gone to have any connections. I'm just a number now. I'm a number for a retiree. I still participate in the athletic association. I go to they have an annual football conference for football coaches, and I still try to participate in that. And I still go to the summer coaching clinic up in Greensboro in July, and time to get around, see some of the old coaches and good friends, and meet some of the new coaches that's coming up. And when you go, you don't see many of the old faces anymore. And as I was telling you earlier tonight, I was glad to see Richard Bass tonight. He's an old-timer from Fairmont, and he's come out to support the Tornadoes, which I was glad to see him. And me and Richard go back some long years ago coaching against each other at West Columbus and Fairmont, and back when I was at Bladenburg and he was at Fairmont. And it's just good to see some of them older guys come out and stay active on Friday night and participate in football on Friday night.
Just got another update here. It is halftime, and Trask has a 22-13 lead over Union. Not sure where that one's being played at tonight, but we have that one. And I don't know, but that is the fastest 16 minutes I think I've ever seen in my life, because we're down to like 10 seconds. So
I see over on the baseball field where West Columbus is doing some construction work, putting them up a new backstop screen and trying to update the facilities over for baseball a little bit. I see the backstops tore down, and I understand they're going up with a new one here in the next month or so to upgrade the facilities. And good luck to the baseball program at West Columbus High School when it starts. And, of course, it's got a while to wait. We got to go through about 25 basketball games before we get to any baseball games. But nice to see West Columbus doing some construction over here to upgrade their facilities. And as I spoke earlier, the nice bleachers on the home side. West Columbus has changed their home side from previous years. We've always been on the, I reckon you'd call this the north side, and now they've moved the home side over to the south side with brand new bleachers and a new press box and filming booth, and really looks nice. I was glad to see them update their facilities and try to stay up par with what they need to do over here at West Columbus High School.
Yeah, it's been a really, I said, those bleachers are nice that the football team's added, and I'm sure those changes will be nice for the baseball. And before you know it, it will be time for baseball season, and time seems to travel quite quickly anymore. And
West Columbus also has their yearly raffle coming up here and shortly in November, and I'd like to encourage all of you to participate in buying a ticket for the West Columbus High School reverse raffle. It's a huge and big success for West Columbus Athletic Department, and somebody's going to be knocking on your door or visiting with you here in the near future. And matter of fact, the tickets are on sale today if you'd like to purchase one, but it's for the reverse raffle, and that's a good fundraiser for West Columbus High School. So go out and support the reverse raffle at West Columbus High School and purchase your ticket, and somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to win, I promise you.
it's third quarter time, and Tanner Daniels is getting ready to kick off to Fairmont here, and the ball is in the air, and we have started. That one's going to go to the far sideline, and looks like it's going to work its way out of bounds, and it does. So that's going to bring that ball all the way up to the 35-yard line, and Fairmont will start there. This is the third quarter. It's officially started, and this is 89.9 FM WZCO, Chadburn Radio, and we are online at www.wzco.org if you're watching us through the video. And we are glad that you are with us tonight as we're here in Cerro Gordo, North Carolina at Viking Stadium, bringing you the Fairmont Tornadoes and the West Columbus Vikings.
You know, that rule in high school football seems unfair, to kick the ball out on the 2-yard line and the other team gains possession on the 35. Just a penalty for kicking it out of bounds, I guess.
We're going to see him air it out.
He's wide open. Oh.
Through the hands of number 3, Quentin Walker.
Wide open again.
And that would have been, we're seeing number 1, Jared Neal for Fairmont. He's averaging probably 30 to 40 yards a pass is about when he completes. Completion ratio has not been that high tonight, but the accuracy is pretty close.
Yeah, he's had a couple of drop balls that should have been caught for long gainers tonight. A couple of them might even have been touchdowns, and his receivers couldn't get the handle on them. But he definitely has a strong arm for a high school quarterback.
And that was a handoff to number 3, Quentin Walker, and that one's good for 4 yards on the play. So we're going to look at 3rd down and 6 with just about 11 minutes and 40 seconds here in the third quarter. Fairmont starts off this quarter with the ball with Neal in the gun, and we've got movement.
West Columbus is offsides again. Penalty prong again starting the third quarter. I tell you, Fairmont has been real successful offensively this year. Just to read you some numbers, they scored 40 against Lakeview, 46 against Fayetteville Christian, 58 against East Bladen, 42 to beat Ashley, and they scored 36 and lost last week. So their minimum score has been 40 for the whole year long, and West Columbus has done a pretty good job defensively to keep them to 22 at half here for this game.
So that 3rd and 6 just got converted to a 3rd and 1, and makes that a much more manageable down here for Fairmont. As Neal's back in the option, waits the snap, takes it, hands it off to Walker, and Walker will make it over midfield and move the chains.
That was a good run by Walker. He got hit initially at the line of scrimmage and kept pulling and struggling and picked 6 yards up after he got hit at the line of scrimmage. Back in the shotgun formation for Fairmont. Quick pass to the left.
Number 82, Anthony Watson, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 30-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. Kind of after the fact. Let's see what that one is. But that was first down there. I don't know what the exact yardage was on that one. Let's see what this penalty is.
Referees are discussing on the field over the flag.
They're still working this one out. Yeah, that was good for around 25, 30 yards. And that's holding. So that's going to bring the ball. That brings the ball back. So it's going to go from the 30 back to the 45. I must have missed that call. What was that one?
That was a personal foul on
Okay.
Fairmont, and they moved it back 15 yards. It must have been after the play because they had it on the 30, and they backed them up 15 yards, so that was a personal foul against Fairmont after the play. Moved the ball back to the 45, and it'll be Fairmont's ball 1st and 10 on West Columbus's 45.
So we will.
So that penalty occurred after the play was blown dead, so I didn't get to see what exactly happened or who it was, but
So some of them yards come back, but it's still first down. Still got Neal in the gun, and he's going to drop back and pass. He's going to go over the middle deep to number 10, caught at the 10, and he will fall down before he makes it, and it's incomplete. Ground knocks it loose.
oh my.
And again, he had 2-3 steps.
He was wide open again, and I thought he had the ball running with it and then fell down on his own, but the official ruled it as an incomplete pass. Maybe he was bobbling it when he didn't ever have control of it.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Fairmont on the 45-yard line of West Columbus. I don't think the fans agree with that call, but
No, some of the
that
Fairmont's a little upset over that.
that one's in the book, so we will move on. It's 10 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here.
I had a little trouble understanding that one too myself.
Well, I thought he had possession,
Yeah.
but I couldn't. From up here, he may have been bobbling it all the way down. He's going to drop back. Neal's going to drop back. He'll gun another one down, this time to the right side. Open is number 11,
And he dropped.
and he drops it. So that one was intended for Deshaun Fields, and he had a 2-3 step lead and lost his footing, and down he went and couldn't hold on. So
The
3rd and 10.
The last two passes have been for about 50 yards in the air,
They have been.
and both of them should have been caught.
They should have
There
been.
was no defender keeping them from catching it, but just 2 drop balls for 50 yards worth of offense apiece.
Jared Neal has an amazing arm. It's 3rd and 10, 10 minutes and 42 seconds. Heim goes in motion. Walker gets the ball, and Walker will be brought down on the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th and 10. Fairmont's ball, but on the West Columbus 45, and it's decision time.
See, the tackle was made by Harley Johnson from West Columbus. He was out of the lineup last week. He was injured against South Columbus, and he's back in the lineup tonight, and just made a good defensive play for Fairmont, scoring forward on 4th. Put a little heat on him. He's rolling out. Oh,
Caught by number 81 on the 40, and he's loose down the sideline, and he's in for the score. 45-yard touchdown pass from number 1, Jared Neal, to number 41. I thought that was 41. So, well, I don't have a number for Man, Fairmont is definitely excited. I don't know if you can hear that through my mic or not, but they are definitely excited over in the fans. And
well, that was a 4th and 10 situation.
that was.
From the 45, and they scored. And the 2 previous plays to that, they should have scored, but the receivers just dropped the ball. So I think Fairmont's getting excited for they finally got in after 3 tries. Extra point pass is good to number 2.
Shaheem Hines, Neal hits him in a cross route, 30-0, and I guess that was 81. I think I missed that number as it come across there, but he caught that ball and that was a short pass. That was about a 10-yard, but he was gone down the sideline, and it is just under 10 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Fairmont has added a touchdown, and it is now 30-0. They lead the Vikings here at Viking Stadium. And they will kick off to West Columbus. And
West Columbus has had some breakdown in their secondary tonight because Fairmont has had some kids wide open on pass routes. And I I don't know what's happening in the secondary for West Columbus, but there's been some breakdowns on coverages. That, of course, Fairmont's receivers have a lot of speed to them also, so they might be just outrunning the West Columbus defensive players to get open. But
them guys are quick. There's no doubt about that one.
Getting ready to kick off here with 9:58 left in the third quarter. Fairmont's just scored.
That's a line drive kick, and that'll be taken by Anthony Davis on about the 20. He's going to reverse directions, come over to the north sideline, try to cut the corner, and he will not make it. And there is a flag on the play, maybe a late hit. He's taken out at the 35-yard line. And let's see what we get here. That's about all that could be. There is a hit out of bounds. So we will see. So we got a little bit of excitement over here on the Fairmont sideline.
They're not agreeing with some of the official calls that's being made tonight. And it was a personal foul, late hit out of bounds on Fairmont. Will bring the ball up to midfield. West Columbus will gain possession here in the third quarter at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Let's see if they can get something going here in the third quarter.
So 9 minutes and 47 seconds remaining, and West Columbus, here comes Axelberg. We've got an update here. South Columbus 38, Red Springs 12, and that one's still in the second quarter. So officials and the Fairmont coach having a little discussion while we wait on West Columbus to get ready. Axelberg comes up center.
Comes back out in the power I to start the third quarter.
And that one's going to be to Roston Bromell, and he will have no gain on that one because he will be brought down right at the 50, and it'll be 2nd and 10 here with 9 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They had Tanner Daniels all the way on the other far side, but that was a design run play and used him as a decoy. So he's going back over. He's going back over that way.
That's York in for Daniels over there. Marquise York, number 15.
Oh, that was York.
Yeah.
They have got him. He's not as far. This last time he was standing almost on the sideline. They brought him back in a little bit. Axelberg pitches to Boston Rommel. Rommel is going, and he is all the way.
I believe he fumbled.
I think he did. Let's see a signal. And it is out of the hands, into Fairmont's hands, and they've recovered it on the 42-yard line of their own, and they will take over there. 8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Fairmont 30, West Columbus 0.
Let's see if the air attack comes back again. Neal's jogging back out on the field for the quarterback for Fairmont, so
something tells me they're going to air it out. They don't. Yeah. They run a couple reverses, but it ain't many. So let's see here. But that's a little bit tighter formation than we've seen out of them. So Neal gets the snap, drops back. He's going to throw a screen to 24, and 24 hit immediately. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage for maybe a 1-yard gain, but not much. He got hit in the backfield and was able to squeak his way out. We do not have a name on him. End of the third quarter, St. Paul's has a 20-17 lead over Whiteville. Very close there with 12 minutes to go. And number 24, he's slow to get up, hasn't quite got back up yet. Coaching staff is working with him, working on that leg, maybe been cramped up. He was sitting up, and then he laid down so they could stretch him out.
That was a good defensive play by West Columbus to pick up the screen pass. He hit him immediately as soon as he caught it, so that was a good defensive play on West Columbus' part to recognize the screen pass was coming. Looks like he's got cramps. They working on his left legs.
Well, it's been we're halfway, well, not quite, almost halfway through the third quarter, and it's been a fast-paced game. So them guys may be getting a little tired. They're going to help him up here. Let him walk it. He tries to walk it off. There he comes. So he trots over the sideline, and he'll be out of play, and we'll see what Fairmont dials up here on 2nd and 10. They've got the ball on their own 41-yard line, and it's 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
West Columbus needs to come up with a key play, an interception or a fumble recovery or something, because Fairmont's offense is clicking right now. There's Neal back to pass. Throws a screen pass, hits the offensive lineman in the back with it. Was throwing it to number 81, but number 50 got in the way of the screen pass and kept him from completing the screen pass to number 81.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10, still from the 41-yard line of Fairmont. And
it doesn't appear that yardage has much effect on their offense, because they throw it on 4th and 10 and or 4th and 2.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No.
They air that ball out. Good pressure, though, on that last play. West Columbus came right up the middle untouched, but that screen was set up. There's another one over the middle to number 81 and through the hands of Ethan Baldwin, and it'll be incomplete. I don't know if I've ever seen that many drop passes that were right on the numbers.
Neal is having a tough night with his receivers. I'm telling you, he is hitting them right in the chest, the hands, and that's probably 4 or 5 passes that have been dropped that could have easily been touchdowns. I mean,
at least.
Ethan Baldwin was wide open again, right down the middle of the field, and he just dropped it.
So 4th and 10. They're going to go for it this time on their own 41, and there's a little pass out to number 2. Big hit by number 2, Xavier Keel, and right in there with him was Fred Evans and Josh Tart. But that was caught on the 48-yard line of West Columbus, and that is enough for a 1st down by number 2, Shaheem Hines. And that will move the chains here with 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fairmont 30, West Columbus 0.
West Columbus has a kid down on the field, Fred Evans.
So while we got a little bit of a break tonight, if you've just joined us from CCCA, we've got senior Crystal Osorio, sophomore Allegra Diaz, freshman Natalie Razzo, freshman Tamara McKinnis, sophomore Jakeithia King, and junior Ayla Louvier from the college. We've got Eric and Anthony, Angela and Sam helping us out here. As always, Kelly Jones is running around trying to keep up with all of us and keep us on the same page. And I'm blessed with the presence of Coach Williamson in here tonight to keep me straight and help me out. So, still working on a player for West Columbus. You said that was Fred Evans?
Yep, number 7. Fred Evans is down. He looks like he's got some cramps in his lower legs. And
well, poor number 10, Deshaun Fields, has run Fred Evans to death on the defensive, because they don't seem to run number 10 on a short route. He runs about 30, 40-yard routes every time they drop back to pass.
I've just been impressed with Neal tonight at quarterback for Fairmont. He has thrown the ball extremely well to have so many drop passes tonight in this contest, and the drop passes have kept the score at 30.
Yeah.
Because of a few receptions, this game could be way out of hand with a couple of drop passes that Fairmont's had during the course of the game. But this kid is really super when throwing the football.
So play will resume here with that 7 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fairmont just got a 1st down. They have the ball on the West Columbus 48-yard line. They lead 30-0. And there's Neal back in the option. But he's going to keep 2 backs fairly close to him this time, and we'll see if they run a quick handoff or if he'll drop back and pass. And number 2, he's going to get it, and he's going to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and he's hit out of bounds at just this side of the 20, at the 20. No, he's going to make progress over. He's going to get all the way down to the 19. So Shaheem Hines on a big run there.
Hines took the handoff and went to the right, and he just outrun everybody West Columbus had to the sidelines. just tremendous speed. He just blew by everybody West Columbus had on the interior line there.
So that was good for 29 as Neal drops back to pass. A little out pattern to Himes. He's loose on the 5, and he will be brought down on the 1-yard line. So there's an 18-yard pass play. So after running a 29-yarder, there's an 18-yard pass play right there. And it is going to be first and goal with 6 minutes and 59 seconds remaining on the 1-yard line for Fairmont. So we're trying to get some things settled here.
Josh Tart's getting up slow, but he's staying in the huddle. They didn't have to come out on the field. He's getting up mighty slow. He made the tackle on the 1-yard line there. And Fairmont's lined up ready to go. And now Tart's going out of the game. The replacement came in. Still in the spread formation on the 1. Quick pass.
And that's number 81.
Touchdown.
And Ethan Baldwin, and that's good for 6. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Fairmont has 6 more, and it is 36-0.
It don't take the Tornadoes long to get down the field, does it?
No, it doesn't.
What, when they a couple of passes and a big run and 6 points is on the board, I'm telling you, they can put some points up offensively.
They sure can.
Got 36-0 here with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
They're going to go for 2 with Neal back in the gun, and they've spread out again. And that's going to be handed off to Walker, and Walker's going to go to the right corner and walk in for 2 more. So 38-0 here at Viking Stadium. The Tornadoes lead the Vikings with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Do we have a flag on the play? Everybody's hanging around like there was a... Let's see what's being called here.
Not heard yet, but... All right, so that's going to... Did not see the...
Let's see what he's signaling here.
He marked it back 5.
I didn't ever see the head official give a signal what the penalty was, but Fairmont still in the spread formation on the extra point here. Neal's in the shotgun formation. Back to pass.
Going to scramble to the right.
Just those are the way. Be incomplete pass. The score will remain 36-0.
So those 2 points that came off and they were unable to convert there. Well, if we had a fan of the night, it would be that gentleman right outside our box, because he is having a good old time. Yeah, he is enjoying himself. 6 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Fairmont will kick off to West Columbus, and they lead West Columbus by a score of 36-0. So West's going to try to get some things started here offensively. We will get the special teams lined up, and we'll go from there. Fairmont is ready, and West is still making a few adjustments. Looks like the deep man back this time is going to be number 2, Xavier Keel for West Columbus. So let's see where number 82, Anthony Watson, decides to kick this one to. He's getting ready.
I see that the West Columbus cheerleaders are sponsoring pink pom-poms over here tonight for the cancer support. That's nice. That's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, a lot of pink out tonight, and that one will be taken at the 15 by Xavier Keel, and he's working his way up the middle as he makes it to almost the 40-yard line. So there's right at about real close to a 24, 25-yard run back by Xavier Keel, and West Columbus will start on their own 39-yard line, trailing by a score of 36-0 over Fairmont.
This is the time of the game when you come out and you just hope you can pick you up 2 or 3 first downs and keep the clock running. You don't want to have any penalties or any turnovers or any foolish mistakes. You just want to come out and play solid offense and try to keep the clock running. Down 36-0. If they can keep Neal off the field.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to take the rest of the time and keep the defense out and keep Fairmont's offense off. So here we go. Axelberg goes up under center.
West Columbus' defense has been on the field for the majority of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've it's got to start to wear on them, and that one went to number 42, Josh Tart, and that's gonna be a 1 yard loss, I believe. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. So West Columbus
needs to pick the pep up a little bit. They're starting to. Would you fall?
Yeah, West was having good runs of 5+ yards a carry, and these last few have been a little bit tougher. So Axelberg's set up in the power eye, looks over the defense real quick, and takes the snap, and that one's going to go to Bowie, and Bowie's going to be hit immediately.
About a 2 yard gain.
He's able to squeeze through that hole and pick up a couple. But that brings up 3rd and 8. And the clock is running down to 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Fairmont leads 36-0 over West Columbus. So West on their own 45. Needs about 8 yards. It means about 9 yards on this play to move the chains, and Axelberg has the play, and he is now in the huddle. Marquise York on the far sideline. Axelberg gets ready, takes the snap, pitch back to Roston Bromell. Bromell runs right side, but he will not even make it back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th and 10.
Fairmont's got the momentum with the score, and it's really showing on the field. Fairmont's just swarming everywhere on defense right now, and West Columbus is not able to get any yardage at all on the 3 run plays that they just ran, and forcing them to punt again. And of course, when they punt again, that brings Neal and company back on the field for Fairmont. And we'll see how Fairmont handles this situation. And
got a halftime update of one we hadn't seen yet. Midway 31, Pender 6. Midway had a big game last week versus East Blade, and if I remember correctly, won it on the last drive of the game. High snap, but Daniels has it. It's going to be a high punt, not very deep, and it's going to take a bounce and a West Columbus roll, and West Columbus will down it on the Fairmont 26-yard line. So Fairmont will take back over there. With 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter, they lead West by a score of 36-0. I got a feeling we're going to see Mr. Neal throw some passes.
Well, I'm looking on the field. I see some new numbers on there for Fairmont, some new receivers, 88, 89, and 4. So Fairmont has started substituting some here in the third quarter.
And there's a pass out to 4. And big hit there. Number 2, Xavier Keel hit so hard he lost his helmet.
I see number 10 and 11 and 2 and 3 standing on the sidelines for Fairmont. So Fairmont has started to substitute and bring in some of their younger players, it looks like, here in the third quarter.
So that pass was caught by Kashawn Leonard, and he picks up 7 on the play. So 2nd and 3 as we're just under a minute here in the third quarter. Fairmont has the ball, leading 36-0. So let's see what we have here as Neal takes the snap, hands off to number 24, and 24 will make his way up to the 39-yard line and first down. So that'll be a one was good for about 5. So let's see here. They get a playoff before the half or the third quarter comes to an end as we're down to about 15 seconds.
They're going to run it out to the fourth quarter. We're going to have a score here of 36 to Fairmont and West Columbus 0 to start the fourth quarter. They're getting ready to change into the field here.
So 3 quarters in the books here at Viking Stadium, and it's 36-0. Fairmont leads West Columbus. And as you just said, we've seen a few extra receivers come in that we haven't seen, but Neil's still back in quarterback, and when Neil's back in quarterback, anything can take place here.
Fairmont's also put in some new offensive linemen up front, so great opportunity for the younger boys from Fairmont to get an opportunity to get some playing time in a game like this, and a lot of sportsmanship shown from the Fairmont coaching staff to do that with the score 36-0. To get the younger kids some chance to play and some experience to play. I tell you don't never know when you might need some of them.
That's right.
Some of your starters might get hurt, and these kids need to have some playing time, and they're fortunate enough to have a score where they can let some of them play. And
yeah, because there's a little bit of difference between practice and the game. And you need that experience to help you get situated. So the fourth quarter getting ready to get started here. Fairmont has a 1st and 10, and they have the ball on their own 37-yard line. Little screen pass out to number 82. And he's still on his feet after shaking 2 tackles, trying to get past the third one, but Chris Thompson is not going to let him down. And Anthony Watson has taken the ball all the way up to the West Columbus 47-yard line, and he'll be moving the chains on that one. So here we go as Fairmont gets the play brought in.
West Columbus is sending about 4 or 5 on the field this time to play defense.
Clock is running here as it gets down to 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Got spread out all across the field here as Neil's going to hand it off to 24. And 24 is going to pick his way all the way up to the 36-yard line.
Be a first down.
And that'll move the chains. So we haven't seen much running, but what they're doing now is effective. And there it is, first down, and the chains will move. And we'll see the play get sent in to Neil. And they may settle to grind this one out on the ground here to keep the clock running. So just under 11 minutes, Neil's back in the gun, takes the snap, hands it back off to 24. They are ready for 24 this time. Number 11, Anthony Davis, made it into the backfield, and he had help.
Yeah, West Columbus got on him quick then from the running play.
Yeah.
Harley Johnson getting up off the bottom of the pile, and Bowie for West Columbus, number 44 in on the tackle.
That'll be good for a 3-yard loss here. So that'll bring up 2nd and 13. Fairmont has the ball on the West Columbus 40, drops back to pass. He's going to air it out deep. Looks for number 88. Just a tad bit over his right shoulder, and he just couldn't get centered on it. So that one will fall incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 13 here with 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. West Columbus trails Fairmont by a score of 36-0. In the fourth quarter, South Columbus 45, Red Springs 12. So South Columbus after they got past their first 2 games of Hoggard and Loris, have been on a nice little roll here.
These number 2 receivers coming in for Fairmont are getting open deep too, so he's back to throw it again. A little screen pass to 89. That's coming to the right side.
Eben Holmes, and he will get it back to the original down marker and within about 2-3 yards of the first down. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and guess 3 on the 30-yard line.
Yep, 4th and 3.
So let's see. I'm sure they will. Sure, here they will go for it. I have not seen any kind of place kicking from Fairmont tonight, so let's see what Neal has in store here. He's going to drop back and pass. That's going to be a little out to 89, and 89 is going to try to shake it around, but no go. He'll be brought down on the 20, and I just saw a flag come flying. So Eben Holmes will get the first down, and we will await the penalty here. As of right now, it's 1st and 10 from the 20.
Let's see what the call is here. I didn't see it was after the play, after the reception.
Well, I know it's not face mask because he didn't come down that way. Unless he brought him down by the back of his neck. Oh, it was face mask.
Face mask on West Columbus.
I missed that one.
Ball's placed on the 10-yard line. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Fairmont's on West Columbus's 10-yard line with a 1st and goal situation.
Neal still back in quarterback. Still spreading the field out. Going to drop back. Looks to his left, and that'll be complete to number 15.
Picked up about 1 yard.
So not much on that one. So 2nd and goal here with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Fairmont leads 36-0, and they have the ball on the West Columbus 9-yard line.
2nd and goal. Back to throw again.
Quick pass out to
Screen
89.
pass.
There we go. Ethan Holmes is on his way, but number 42, Josh Tart, comes from the side and takes it away.
Nice tackle for Josh. He was getting ready to score again, and Josh Tart come from the linebacker position and cut him off short.
Josh he keeps that to a 4-yard gain.
Ball's on the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal on the 5.
Yeah, there was nobody to stop him but Josh, and Josh came in there and cut that path off. So that saved 6 on the play. And it will be 3rd and goal.
Clock's moving pretty quick. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. And
waiting for the call to come in.
delay a game.
No.
Fairmont has a delay a game, moves it back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and goal on the 10.
Not quite sure what took place there. I don't know if they just
I'm
couldn't.
guessing that Fairmont's just trying to show a little sportsmanship here. They intentionally took a delay of game to move the ball back, make it 3rd down, and
almost picked off by number 43, Marvin Edge, as Neal throws over the middle, trying to get it to number 82, Anthony Watson, but Edge was there to get a hand on it.
Marvin should have had that interception. It hit him right in the hands again, so Neal's having a tough time completing him to his own and to West Columbus tonight.
Yeah.
He threw it directly to the West Columbus kid, and Edge couldn't hold on to it. Fairmont again's working the clock down, and it's 4th down here from the 10-yard line. West Columbus is 10.
Right about 5 minutes left. Going to drop back. Going to throw a. Thought it was going to be a fade route, but I don't know what happened there. And that was intended for number 15, Shaquem Lambert, but Shaquem went right, the ball went left, and that'll be a turnover on downs with what time we got? 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. West Columbus will take over on downs on their own 10-yard line.
Fairmont substituting him freely on defense, so everybody on Fairmont's side ought to have a chance to play at least a quarter and a half tonight, because they changed everybody up offensively now He's changed everybody off on the defensive side of the ball.
I believe Axelberg is still in. I didn't know if they might switch him out, but I believe that was him that I saw in. 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Whiteville has a 24-20 lead now over St. Paul's. It's been a back and forth game all night long. They have battled down to the end. Still a minute to go. I believe we might have offsides on that one.
Johnny McFadden's in at quarterback for West Columbus now.
All right, so they did bring.
Yep. McFadden's in.
All right, so that first down play there will lose a yard.
It's getting a little sloppy here, but when you start substituting freely on both sides of the ball, making sure everybody's in at the right position, that happens occasionally. McFadden's staying in at quarterback for West Columbus, and West Columbus lost 2 yards on that play at 2nd and 12 from their own 8.
Here we go. McFadden's back in, and we will see what West does here. I'd say they'll keep it on the ground for these next few plays to run some time off. And McFadden pitches it back, and good run by Thompson. He gets it up to the 18-yard line, close to a first down. So we'll wait and see here where they spot it at.
Time's running quickly. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Fairmont has a score of 36 to West Columbus 0. With about 2.5 minutes left to play.
So they got 11 on that last play by Thompson's run, and that's going to bring up a third down and a long one. So McFadden will go up under center with the power I. And that one's pitched back to Thompson. And Thompson gets outside, picks up the first down, and gets it all the way up to the West Columbus 32-yard line. So nice 10, 11-yard gain on the play. And that one's running it down under 2 minutes here as time's ticking off. Fairmont's leading by a score of 36-0 here at Viking Stadium. West Columbus has the ball, which will probably be the final drive of the game. 48 seconds left over in the Whiteville game. Whiteville has the ball, and they lead 24-20 over St. Paul's. McFadden pitches it back to Thompson. Thompson goes to the right side, tries to turn the corner, but just never gets around. And that'll be no gain on the play.
He stretched that out a little bit too far. He let Fairmont catch up with him defensively. He was running sideways too long, didn't turn it up, and I don't believe he got any gain at all on the play. We're down to 1 minute left to play.
Actually, he's going to lose a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11 here. As McFadden brings them back to the line, and we're under a minute. Here we go. McFadden handoff, and that one gets a few yards on the play, so he'll get 4 back, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And Whiteville ball game has come to an end. Whiteville 24, St. Paul's 20. So Whiteville pulls that one out.
That's a big win for the Wolfpack after St. Paul's beating Fairmont last week.
And this game's just under 20 seconds. I don't believe they'll snap it anymore. I believe they'll let time run out as Fairmont has come into West Columbus. After losing last week to St. Paul's, they're going to leave here with a victory, 36-0 over West Columbus. And West Columbus still looking for that first home win in a while to get back on track, and they're going to go to 0-2 in the conference. That'll put them 2-4 overall, and Fairmont goes to 5-1 and 1-1 in the conference. So.
Well, Fairmont was the most talented team tonight as far as athletes, but I will say West Columbus hurt themselves in the first half with all the penalties and the mistakes that they made, but Fairmont was definitely the better team of the two tonight on the field, and Fairmont showed a lot of class in on their program for substituting in the third quarter, and showed a lot of sportsmanship and class on the Fairmont coaching staff to do that. And Neil had an extremely great night. On paper, it's not going to show the number of yards that he possibly could have had because of the drop passes, but he still had a great night. But if his receivers would have maintained and caught some of the passes he had thrown for some deep balls, this score could have been out of hand at halftime.
Yeah, he could have come. I mean, he had some decent passing yards, but he could have come away with some huge numbers. So we will get ready to bring this one to an end. Coach Wayne, we appreciate you coming and helping us out again tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you in the booth and talk to you and pick your brain and everything else. And
I enjoyed it. I was wishing from this point it would have been a little bit more exciting game, and but 36-0, and West Columbus played hard, and Fairmont's going to be a contender in this conference before it's all over with.
Yes.
With Wyville beating St. Paul's tonight, that's going to tighten things back up in this conference with some 1-1, and that'll move Wyville up to 2-0. And St. Paul's has got a loss now, and Fairmont's got a loss, and so it's going to tighten the situation back up. But the Wolfpack's in charge for right now. I believe they're the only team that's 2-0 in the conference. I'm not sure about South Robinson, but that was a big win for Wyville tonight in this conference to go up 2-0 in this league.
Yeah, if South holds on, they'll go to 2-0 after their win last week and this week. I think that's the last game of the season is South Columbus and Whiteville. So that one may come down. That may have division implications.
And you know,
right there.
South Columbus is representing the 2A part of the conference, and Wyville's representing the 1A. So everybody's bidding to try to get that number one seed out of their division at the end of the season. And I'm telling you, football season's going fast.
It is going fast. This was already week 7, and it won't be long. This time next month will almost be the playoffs. And so, yeah, it's been a quick season.
Well, I appreciate you having me again. I've enjoyed it, and looking forward to the future maybe sometime down the road. But I've enjoyed it, enjoyed working with you. And, again, thank you to CCCA 89.9 for having me on, and looking forward to the next opportunity that we can meet up and do this again sometime.
Well, any chance you get, you come out, and we can always use the help here. And we will not be – next week we will not be on air. I believe everybody in the county is on the road, and it's just, we've not figured out how to master the road travel yet in most places, especially for the radio. So we will return to you guys on October the 18th, and we will be at East Columbus High School to watch South Columbus come in and take on the Gators. So that will be a conference game, and see how that one turns out. But we appreciate you joining us in here tonight. But this, as Coach Williamson told you, this is 89.9 FM, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Have a good evening.